So right at this very minute, Israel has launched one of the biggest attacks against the civilian population that we've seen for many years. Now, they're going to use the pretext of the fight back by Hamas fighters, or supposedly Hamas fighters, this morning. Now, remember the situation in Palestine, and especially the situation in Gaza. It's an open-air prison. It's the biggest concentration camp the world has ever seen. Millions of people have been rounded up into a tiny area. They're living on top of each other. They've been forced to live off scraps that the international community sometimes donates to them. Now, the dignity of the indigenous population, we haven't seen being stripped away in this way, just like the Europeans did to the Native Americans, or how the Europeans did throughout the colonies. Remember, Israel is a colonial settler, colonial occupier. It's been trying to erase the history and trying to erase the legitimacy of a native population. Every single person, every single people have a right to fight back. Every single people have a right to live free of occupiers. That includes people who are brown, that includes people who are Muslim, that includes people who are Arab. Just because they're brown and Arab doesn't mean that they don't have a right to fight back. You saw the Western support for Ukraine when they fought back against Russia. Palestinians have equal right, if not more. They've been under occupation for over 70 years. They've literally been wiped off the map. They talk about wiping Israel off the map. They've wiped Palestine off the map. They've put millions of people into refugee camps. They use the pretext of rockets, and they use the pretext of people resisting an occupier to further destroy a civilian population and any prospect of a Palestinian home state. They talk about a land free for the Israelis. What about the land for the Palestinians? You've taken it all. You'll see the Western media support Israel. You see Western propagandists on the media presenting some kind of victim narrative. They're not victims, they're occupiers, they're colonialists, they're European colonialists. It's one of the last European colonies in the world, and that's why the European people don't want to let it go. They use the weapon of anti-Semitism so effectively that anyone who criticizes Israel is labeled an anti-Semitic. We see through those lies, we see through that propaganda. People of the world, stay strong, support Palestine, support the right of indigenous people to have freedom and to fight back against occupiers.